Welcome to MultiDimensional You, a podcast for soul evolution and growth. Join your hosts, Danah of Empowering Energetics and Kathy the Hippie Mom, as we explore the vast realms of energy, consciousness, and spiritual awakening.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone.
So we just start off and stay in just what we've been doing. I've been breathing conscious, and you were opening the Akashic field, what wants to come through today. And I have not many words at the moment, so Dee and I will keep going with breathing consciously, because that will bring through something that is not my human.
Yeah, so right before we hit record, I opened the Akashic Records of the audience of the MultiDimensional You podcast and was feeling a lot of energy just kind of swirling around my crown chakra that I mentioned to Danah as I was doing that. And so I'm just asking right now what is important for the audience to know, what is important right now in this time as we are recording this. And sometimes they'll give me a word, sometimes a phrase, and so, sometimes a huge download. Right now, the first word they're giving me is reveal. A lot will be revealed. A lot is being revealed right now, in the world and in ourselves, right?
Yeah, this field brings up a lot that was still in your own field.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And mostly what I sense is the negative beliefs about self, not doing enough, not
Mm-hmm.
or not following on demand. That's better said.
Mm-hmm.
As we did not came here to be followers, but to unlock and reveal all that was inside,
Mm-hmm.
to the inner spark that is there. And
Yeah, I feel like what the Akashic Records are communicating is just allowing that revealing to happen, allowing yourself to allow the highest multidimensional version of yourself to come through. And that means, unfortunately, shedding the old layers. Not unfortunately, but it means work, right? It's not easy. It doesn't just happen. You don't just flip a switch and it happens. There's a lot of old programming that I'm finding to deal, that I have to deal with, to shed it. And so it's not really hard. It's just it comes up.
yes, you need courage to
Mm-hmm.
be honest to what you observe, what is going on, as well. Just sit and be with it, whatever
Mm-hmm.
comes up. Do not overcomplicate it, do not want to understand it, but just acknowledge. And then it becomes easier to allow what is happening in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you are going to suppress it again, that what comes,
Right.
or you are not looking at it. And then you, well, just look the other side. And then it comes back. It will come back. just will come back. So you just sit with it and see what you can do with that, what shows up, to use your imaginary faculty and start questioning, how can I reverse this energy or this thought form? And we are so trained to always look at the negative or at the distortions or what can go wrong. And hey, when you're in it, then more wrong it can't get. You just have it right there on your plate, right in your face.
Mhm.
It's always good when I start just babbling around. I see you always start writing.
It's coming.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Okay, so what they said was allow the unfolding, which is interesting. Allow the unfolding of the compressed layers to unfold. And they said, hold a neutral perspective while this happens. So do not judge yourself or judge what's unfolding, what's coming through in that moment, and what's coming through at the surface, coming to the surface. And they just said, just allow it to unfold.
Exactly, just
And
be with it.
mhm,
Are you angry? Well, allowed to be angry. Give yourself the room to be angry. Are you sad? Just allow yourself to be sad. And
mhm,
do not want to adjust to, oh, what would people think of me?
mhm,
Like you asked me because I was sharing that. To me, I feel there is a lot of release out of the fine nerve systems on being on this path for so long and suppressing myself, what I needed in the moment, just because I just jumped in and said like, okay, I can do this. I'm here to assist. And yeah, and at some moments you forget you have to just protect your own space and say like, no, not today or not now. And I did not do that often enough. And then again, it's all layers from timelines, eons of the divine feminine being suppressed that is now releasing out of my vessel because my light body fully wants to integrate in this physical body. And I started as well last week to intake shilani. That's a substance that can cleanse and, well, it has a whole lot of beautiful stuff in there to extra assist your physical body. So yeah, I think I know my physical body at the moment is very demanding of being in that space, being in the quiet, uh,
mhm.
taking rest when I feel tired.
Yes.
So I really can't plan far ahead.
Mhm.
Um,
That assists in living in the moment, right? Being in the
yeah,
moment instead of trying to plan and pack your day full of things. I hear a lot of people saying that same thing about, oh, my eating schedule is off or my sleeping schedule. For me personally, like my sleeping schedule isn't the same. And so there's different things that are happening in our body, and it's about just honoring our body and allowing the process to happen. And the Akashic Records just said like rebalancing will occur if you allow it. Like that's what's trying to to happen in our body right now. It's just that rebalancing, like you talked about, the shedding of so many layers and so much that we've carried on for, lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes.
Yeah, and the divine neutrality, the 0 point field, that comes with that breathing. When you get a coherent energy field with that breath onto your heart space, and to allow as well to become silent in the mind, then you get a coherence with your heart and your mind as well. And sometimes just it's so good to reach out to those who are of the same consciousness.
Yeah.
Because you don't need somebody else to fix you.
Right.
Sometimes it will just help to be witnessed.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if you are in pain or in grief or in anger. I can't do pretendism myself. I'm not good at it. So when it becomes too much, then I will just explode because I don't have another way. And when I see myself, when I honor always somebody else's gifts, what I've been doing, I've been placing myself constant to the back. So I forgot to honor my own gifts during this, whatever I thought, stepping into this world now. For my human, well, I took on a lot of challenges and even extra challenges to do a full cycle over again. And I know when I feel into this in my heart, connecting to that source energy, then I know it had a purpose to bring forth those beings that couldn't do it, And then you have to have a personal feel with it, that you recognize the energy, but don't mistake it and see it as it's your own.
Right.
So don't claim stuff. Just stay the observer in that process. And I'm so aware as well of the animals, how much they assist us in this now. And yesterday I went to a church behind my house, and just to light a candle. And there was like different nationalities coming to church, and there was a service with Thai people and just singing along and in Thai, and that was good. And I just sat there, and funny thing was there were just only women on stage, and little children were just walking along and just playing, but everybody was standing up and singing along. And to me, there was such a joy to look at. And then I bought 2 candles, and one I brought to the Divine Feminine, so to a statue of Mary, where she's having beautiful roses on her heart. So I always light a candle up there. And one I brought to Saint Christopher, and he is here to assisting the animals. And that singing was behind of me, and just connecting to all the animal realms. I just one tear dropped over my cheek, and I thought, like, now just value beautiful animals. And just before this session, I have a small children's farm behind my garden. So I went in and I went to the goats. And there was a very old white goat. I think she's albino. She was just hiding herself for the sun. I just went up to her, just gave her a cuddle. And she really was leaning into my energy. And then more people came in, from older people in wheelchairs. And she was really like, no, here is my boundary. This is me time now. You, well, the F word, go.
She needed that.
Yeah. So this is simple things you can do too. Yeah.
I think you said something really important. Well, you said a lot of really important things, but one of the things that jumped out is finding somebody that you can witness to, someone that you know is like-minded, to witness to, and really letting that person know that you just need that sounding board, or you just need to, to witness to them. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to, so that they can really engage with you and know, oh, okay, I don't have to help you with anything other than just listen to you and listen to you process it. That seems to be really helpful sometimes, because sometimes we don't really know what a person needs when they first come to us. If even if they are like-minded, are they looking for help from us? Are they looking for support? Or are they just looking for us to hold space for them? So just kind of cluing them in and letting them know, that way they can disengage that part of their mind where, oh, I need to help them. I need to fix something, or give them ideas, or things like that. So I think it's helpful just to clue them in, say, hey, I just need to run this
Well,
by.
fix actually, because when you're releasing or stuff comes up, you always will know your own answers.
Right.
But when
Right.
you stay in your mind and you can't find a proper way to release it, anything can help: dancing, singing, writing. But when you're just in that thought form, you don't hear yourself speak. But when you are brave enough to just say, like, hey, today this is what is showing up, and then you hear yourself, and then already you value and honor yourself enough to just open that space. It's very gentle, kind way to do it, and don't make a fuss about it. Don't. I already feel better now sharing with you that my nerve system is really relieving at the moment, and I feel like I can't hardly move or do any hard labor. Hey, just to acknowledge already assist me to just be in that process. And look how beautiful conversation we have, with very well logic and very tangible things to say, like, okay, just there was more than enough to shift it all. Then you make room. You make room already.
Yes. And that's really the goal, is to make that room, right? Releasing that, we don't need to hang. There are things everyone has that we don't need to hang on to anymore, right? We can just, whether it's ours or it's someone else's, or it's ancestral, or it's past life, or whatever it is, just allowing it to release, to make room for the new that's coming in.
Yeah. And there is a lot new coming in.
Yeah, for
Really,
sure.
and it's really amazing. And just looking at my white jasmine in the garden, and then tingles over my back. Just how vibrant nature is, and it's really good. We're really in a good place.
Yeah. And going into that, as you know, depending on where people live and what's going on in that part of the world, just really, like you mentioned, going into that 0 point, that going inside and finding the peace and the stillness if if it's not happening outside.
Yeah, count your blessings.
And
And you can find them in really small things. Sunshine, a flower, a butterfly,
yeah.
smile, a funny joke. Very simple things that will already elevate your energy field. It doesn't always have to be big and productive or whatever. And due to my lineage and my training in this timeline, and also collecting all the aspects that are belonging to my blueprint, I'm trained to be a workhorse, let's say, always lifting, heavy lifting, and it's good because stuff needs to be done in the physical, but hey, just right now, something else is needed.
Right.
It's funny, I really, as well, feel the gentleness in my own voice. And it's always in the frequency of your voice where you're at. So when I hear myself speak now, it's as well aspect of myself. And I know my being. Even if people always see me as very powerful, I'm very gentle as well. So actually, I prefer this energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the Akashic Records were just saying about when you were talking about the grounding practice, they were saying, I'm sorry, gratitude practice. They were saying by having that gratitude practice, just being thankful for the small things, that actually helps us ground into the earth and assists us in this time. So definitely be thankful in all things, big and small.
Yeah. It's so funny that no matter how you bring it forward, if you all what is channeled when you open this field, like we open this field up for a podcast, all to me, if you name it a guide or a being, we're all doing it together. It's a combination. And to me, it just comes through by this breathing, and I call it just source creative energy. And in this, I acknowledge all the beings and all the living essences of no matter where it comes from.
Right.
But there is so much to mention. So when I want to address it to one specific guide, I can't, because then I'm like, but this, and I feel there is an element of this and that being and that collective.
Right.
So it becomes such a list of that source creative energy. Now, to me, when something wants to be verbalized through my beingness, it's just all. Sounds stupid, but
No, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I get the image. Oh, it's almost like our body is like the antenna, right? And we're just receiving the information coming in, and it doesn't necessarily matter where, like which, like you said, which being, which, where is it coming from? Our angels, our guides, our, Akashic Records, source, wherever it's coming from, for the most benevolent good of us, we're just like the antenna receiving the information and just allowing that information to, kind of flow through in us. And also the importance of witnessing it by your voice, because you mentioned the power in our voice, because our voice does hold the power to heal just by witnessing to other people and just by, saying, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm releasing. This is, by witnessing to someone else. And then there's power in that. And it's like the ripple effect is what I'm really seeing right now is as we speak, our voice is like a pebble in the water and our voice is causing the ripples to go out. So that's
yeah,
interesting.
sound and frequency, yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
And when you're very sensitive and you will hear beyond the words frequencies, you can feel that in the field. As you
Mhm.
communicating, I felt that torus field
Mhm.
in between our both heart centers, and
Mhm.
like you can see like a portal when you can just dive into and just
Mhm.
flow along. And actually, it's something so simple, and we want all this complicated stuff around it
Yes.
to
Right.
value. Well, let's start with giving ourselves the value. It's very brave to be here
At
and,
this time, yeah, for sure.
and to just stay so kind and gentle as well to those energies there that do not have our best interest.
Mhm.
I just understand where they're coming from, and they're as well boxed into their own created.
Mhm.
But I can make the choice to no longer connect with that, as it's not
Mhm.
reality. It's not my preference of what I want to bring forth in this world.
Mhm.
And the less I interact with those frequencies,
Yes.
I'm in busy city center, and a lot of people around are connected to that frequency. I can just go back, breathe in, and go to divine neutrality, and just send my best wishes for their chosen path.
Mhm. Exactly. Yeah. I had that come up. I did some readings a couple of days ago, and I had someone that was asking, and usually I don't remember because I'm just channeling, right? But if it's for like the collective, if the message is for the collective, then I tend to remember it so I can pass that along at some point. And she had asked about there were some people that were, trying to do her harm and, not necessarily good people. Um, and what the Akashic Records were really encouraging was for her to, um, be sending them love, not hate, right? Not but still being cautious. And in the end, so she could protect herself, right? Don't put herself in a situation where that she could be harmed by them, but really just in the end, they were kind of conveying, surrounding them, that group of people, in like a rose quartz colored light, right? So that's love, heart, heart-centered kind of light, surrounding them in that light, and then just, sending them on their way with love away from her. So that's interesting that what you said kind of corresponded with the message that I received. So,
And yeah, we will see a lot of it. Yeah, that was one of the first messages.
yeah. So that's just a little tactic to try. I know it's hard, especially if someone is, you feel like you're being attacked, so to speak, whether it's verbally or, online, or, in person, just the energy that you're feeling coming in, like from the collective, feels like it's attacking, but it's just something that you can do to help yourself. And, surrounding yourself in your own little protective cocoon of light, whatever feels right and good for you. There's like no right or wrong way. I feel like it's just whatever the practice is for you to protect yourself. Whether it's wearing a dark crystal like obsidian, or I don't have my bracelets on right now, but I have an obsidian bracelet like tiger's eye to just help with protection and grounding. Um,
Tourmaline.
so tourmaline, yeah, tourmaline's good. Any of the dark, like the black type crystals, jet, trying to think of some other ones. Those are all good to have around you and with you.
Sungai.
And shungite, yes, shungite is good. Shungite is very good for, especially if you're online a lot, um, and you've got you're on your computer a lot for work or whatever. Shungite is very good to help protect you from like the EMFs coming from all our devices, all of our technology. So
Or
it's just
yeah.
just the little things that we can do to help ourselves.
At one point you will vibrate strong enough that you do not need any protection.
Right, right. Well, I did hear, I don't remember what episode or what it was, but somewhere online recently I heard Cryon talking about that, about how now, if like say I were to hold an event somewhere, in the past, I would have gotten there early, saged the room, just really kind of prepared the room like that. And now he was saying, in whatever it was I was listening to, he was saying that's not necessary now. I think Cryan was saying about Lee, like Lee would arrive early, he would sage the room, he would get the room prepared, and he's like, now really he just needs to enter the room. And because, it's the same for us, right? If our frequency, our vibration is high enough, we can just naturally kind of clear it as we're going along. We don't have to have all of these,
To
um,
to me, it's just like I intend. I don't need to do it,
yes,
and it's already
yes,
done.
right, yeah.
And this is how powerful we are.
Mm-hmm.
But when you
Yeah.
feel you need a little extra, then just do whatever rocks your
Yeah,
boat.
yeah. Follow your intuition, what it's telling you. If you feel like you need to do it, then do it. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's where the power is, really in trusting your intuition and what's coming in, what messages, like I said, you're an antenna. So you're receiving all these things, and it's about really trusting what you feel is right in the moment and not always kind of looking for that external validation. Well, should I do this or should I do this? Or, just really building that trust with yourself. Mhm.
Yeah. I really feel that in the transmissions, in what we're sharing right now, I can sense really into, because at first I do not have the pain in the nerves.
Okay.
And I feel there's a transmission going through the bone structures as well. As I really feel like completion of the threes, 33. It's in the spine, 33 segments of the spine. It's a completion of fully embodying and being all that you already are without the distortions that you took on as of being true. And releasing that out of our vessel to really ground and stand in your own wisdom, in your own truth.
Beautiful. Yeah, well then let's just pause for a moment and allow ourselves to receive that on a conscious level. And just taking a deep breath in, anchoring that into our bodies, and allowing through our breath as we exhale to just release the old, so there's space for the new.
And also observe a little bit what you sense now in your energy field. How you can feel the expansion. There's more room, there's less suppression. And maybe you move more flexible after this session. And
The energy, it's very strong.
It is.
In this moment right now. I feel it.
You can sense it on your hip area, on your breast area, where your heart center is. So it's a rebalancing of your masculine and feminine energies inside of your beingness. As we do need both of these frequencies. And it's just easy peasy by allowing what comes through and what you want to connect with, and know that you have all in self to come back into your essence, your true essence. And it's simply a birthright. Use whatever rocks your boat to become aware. Doesn't matter if you want to pray, if you want to go in circles or whatever. Do
Trust what your intuition is telling you. Trust what you're feeling. And what does that look like for those that don't, um, that may not be as connected to their intuition? It's like that first thought that you get before your brain starts working and talking you out of it and telling you, oh wait, that doesn't make sense. So here, let's go ahead and break it down and do something else. It's just that first thought that comes in. I have chills running up my body right now, but so just going with your first thought of what you really feel and trusting that and just stepping forward. Oh, my first thought is I need to go outside and, hug a tree, or I need to, like you said, walk in circles, or I need to, I feel like I should take like a salt bath and just whatever that first kind of inkling that comes in, trusting that to
And
guide
then
you.
so you will become aware of how often you just ignore your own
Yes.
intuition,
Mm-hmm.
because then you don't fit into the schedule, then you don't fit into come in time at your work, then you do not follow up procedure. You have more energy following your own procedure. There's
Mm-hmm.
nobody who knows you better than you know yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Honor your body, what your body's asking you. If it says it needs sleep, then find a way to get some extra sleep, or, take a nap if you don't normally take a nap. Don't let your mind talk you out of it and say, "Oh, well, we don't take a nap. So you shouldn't take a nap." Honor your body.
Like I start off with, the physical body is very demanding at the moment. So just
Right.
allow it to be very demanding, but choose wise
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
end the two.
And just realize that there is so much, going on. You're like, if you're feeling that you're alone right now and what you're feeling, you're not. We're all going through it. We just, you may not be in a comfortable space where you can, share with friends and realize the like-minded friends, they're all going through it too. Even the non-like-minded friends, they're going through it. They just don't know what it is, right? Um, so it's all around us, and just realizing that you're not alone. And yeah.
Well, on that note,
Mhm.
I think we shared enough.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that was beautiful what came through the transmission and that. So,
yeah, okay.
okay.
Well, we're going to love you and leave you.
Mhm.
And we always say, my energy stays with me, your energy stays with you. To disconnect and to value and honor with respect each and everybody's space.
Mhm. Yeah. And just take care of yourself. Like the summer solstice is coming. So
Yes.
things may seem intense this week. So really just honoring yourself and, drink lots of water and stay hydrated. That helps your cells to fully integrate. Because if our cells aren't hydrated enough, and then we can't really fully receive all that's coming in for us right now. So just take care of your body.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.